2023 kar. Oho, şimdi kar atlıyorum ya. Sen maşallah. Allah sağlık versin, huzur versin.
Ay ciğerim. Ay ciğerim.
It has been an agonizing month for Zara Karaglu and her husband Karim.
Ay ciğerim, ciğerim.
Scrolling through the happiest memories becomes the hardest to endure. They're some 5,500 miles away from the Turkey earthquakes that killed her brother Mustafa and his family.
My husband told me, your phone is ringing, and I didn't understand somebody calling me, lots of people calling me. And after my husband checked the Twitter, earthquake happened. I know earthquake. I lived maybe 4 times when I was a child. I thought it is like that. It is not heavy. It is just light, and nothing happened to my family.
Zara's mother was living in Trabzon Jaktase. This is the view from her balcony, about 6 streets down from Mustafa and his family. 9 hours after the first quake, a second would hit, collapsing her mother's building. She only survived because she was already at the site of Mustafa's collapsed building, where she'd spend the next 7 days among the rubble, pacing from the front of the building to the back, hoping for any signs of life, any signs of her son, daughter-in-law, or 3 grandsons.
She always said, all 4 days, nothing happened. 4 days, no help, nobody came. Somebody came and listened to the building, no sound, no voice. Okay, there is no life here, and they gone.
Mustafa and his family lived on the 5th floor of this 6.5-floor apartment.
Somebody told me there were a kid's voice. They are screaming, they are crying under the wreckage. And I believe because they are 5th floor and our kids, my nephew's voice, they are living. And the guy told us, Mustafa, I am Mustafa and I am living, and please send help because my legs are broken. But I don't know, because the building has 3 Mustafa, my brother or not, we don't know. But when they found my brother's legs were broken, I think my brother was living maybe, I don't know how many days.
Zara and Karim say the government could have done more in their rescue efforts.
After this, maybe 5 or more alive people came out. They are saving my 4th floor. Husband and wife, they are saving from here.
That kind of stuff happened a bunch of times when they said, they were so sure, okay, there's no life, we don't hear any sound, we don't see any living. That was wrong. They didn't respond urgently. They didn't have equipment. Even though they charged the whole people, everybody, all the taxpayers, earthquake money, tax, for years. Most important thing is, on the first day, the response was so slow. People say they were walking on the streets, everybody under the rubble, they were real not, I'm alive. And it was unbearable.
The bodies of Mustafa's wife and 2 older sons were recovered on the 4th day.
Immediate, 8 years old, with my sister-in-law's arms. And my mother told me he was looking like shock, like hands, mouth, and like that. Maybe the weather was so cold, maybe he's shaking like that. I don't know. He's shaking, there's no water, air, no food. And weather is so cold, maybe if they find them quickly, maybe Emiriyet will living now. And Metehan living now, maybe my brother and my sister-in-law, my eldest nephew, Muhsin Efe is living now.
It wasn't until the 7th day that Mustafa and his youngest son were pulled from the rubble.
He was 3 years old, and when they find his body, he said he died maybe 10 hours ago. But every day, the pain, not just for one people, 5, all 5, my life, my heart broken. 5 piece. They are planning to come US this June, and I told him, come alone first and look at the life. How is the life here in US? And after you can bring your family if you want. But he said, no, we always going somewhere together all the time.
Videoda çıktı yeminleri. Vatan yemini vallahi.